gonna be running through the back the entire time. One of the most important things that you can do is make things tight. It all needs to be A, meaningful, B, cohesive, and C, either funny or exciting or whatever it is to go viral on Instagram or YouTube. Have I done something either interesting, exciting, funny, whatever it is, in 10 or 15 seconds? And then make sure that you're not letting scenes linger too long. People will stay in the same environment with the same thing, the same joke, whatever it is, forever. And sometimes it's just better to laugh at something for 2 seconds and then it's on to the next thing. And that really helps keep people's attention. Because I don't know about you guys, but after 5 or 10 seconds in the same scene with the same joke, with the same dialogue, whatever it is, I just start scrolling through that little sidebar, seeing what else I can click on, because I get bored real easy. In its nature, people think that a viral video just happens, and a lot of the time it does, but especially now in like 2018, whenever YouTube is taken over, 98% of them are like thoroughly planned out and like written like a movie script, and it's actually exhausting. Challenge yourself to sit down and try and write out what the next viral video will be, and you will spend like 20 hours and maybe not even come up with a good idea. That being said, it can be super rewarding and actually super fun, so I would try, but I'm still terrible at it. It takes me a really long time even to come up with like terrible ideas. First and foremost, my job is to make people look good. That part can be really, really difficult. Some people are really easy to make look good on camera, and then other people are really, really hard. Some people just get drowned out by other noise, have trouble raising their voices, their personalities kind of like cower down in front of a camera, and it's understandable. It's really difficult to feel natural on camera. I don't feel natural at all right now. If you think you have a good personality in real life, you need to amplify it times like at least maybe 3 for that to show through the same amount on camera. It's really weird, but if you ever shot a home movie and then you watch it back and it just looks completely different than how it played out in your head, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's so much fun to take a silly video or something that you care about and then just try and sit there and figure out how can I amplify it. How can I make this scene funnier or more colorful or more epic, or whatever it is. In the media industry especially, there's so much overlap. So anytime I learn about photography or Photoshop, I feel like I understand how to compose a video better, and maybe how I can color videos differently, or different things that I could take out of a shot to make it even better. I think it's really important to understand what's possible in post-production in order for you to be shooting something and know exactly what you need to get. Too often people are really good on camera, but they don't understand what editing actually consists of. So whenever they're speaking, it's a jumbled mess and you can't quite trim in between their sentences because they're talking too fast, or the light is coming from the wrong direction so you can't do color correction the way that you want to. Whatever it is, I think it's important to just have a really large understanding of both sides of it, and that's something that I'm working on. I feel really proficient behind my computer screen, but behind a camera or in front of a camera, I still have a long way to go. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of that idea?
Still, how do we build up to that?
You want to go to a sound store with me?
Before this event, and if you can also keep brainstorming about the rapping idea, I'm just trying to figure out how to, same thing as with the Bailey video we did the other day, like how to make it smooth and make sense.
I think where I want to go with my career is to branch out a little bit on YouTube, bring in more aspects of like comedy or storytelling, and then I would also really, really love to make a narrative film at some point. Not really from a production standpoint, but I think it would be fun to edit one for sure and see where that takes me. I think it's a completely different way to do the exact same thing I do now, if that makes sense. I already understand editing on a very fundamental level, but I edit in a very specific way 90% of the time, and then about 10% of the time I actually like get to be super creative or do something new. And I think editing a narrative film would completely flip that. It would probably be 10% of what I know and 90% just like completely different stylistically. And I would have to learn a lot about like storyboarding and narrative and how to actually tell a story in order to do it effectively. So I think it would be a really good excuse to learn a lot.